Tampa 2 days. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another installment of the Stock Analysis Power Hour. My name is Ryan. Pleasure being with you today. As you see, not the prettiest day in the market going into NVIDIA's earnings tomorrow. We see the Dow Jones down 160 points. Along with that, the NASDAQ leading the charge at 1% here. You don't hear that echo, Joey? I definitely hear an echo in my voice. I'm just curious what that is. Okay. All right, but other than that, we got the color guard here. Mildly bearish. What is that? Okay. Let's see here. All right, let me get rid of that. All right, there we go. Yeah, definitely not a pretty day in the market. You see the VIX, look at that, up 13% right now. Oh, let's see here. Read the chat. I hear the echo. I hear the echo. People are hearing the echo.
Yeah, I don't think it's an echo. I hear something now.
Because I'm hearing myself repeat myself. Huh. Interesting. Well, in today's installment, I mean, essentially, not the best time to be buying stocks. So when we analyze your stocks and when I take your stock recommendations, your stock picks, give me stocks where you're considering taking profits from. And we can utilize the VectorVest indicators to see if some of these stocks you should give a little bit more wiggle room, let them grow, or some of these, maybe it's time to cut our losses and move forward. Now, I will say this. It's not going to be an hour today. It's only going to be 30 minutes right now. Reason why, we have the Tampa 2-day sneak peek at noon. Joey, that echo is driving me crazy. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
It's nothing I have. Nothing I'm doing.
It doesn't show that anything is open. There.
You have something else? There's something else planned?
No, I'm not sure.
Something's picking up in your mic. Let me put this stealth filter on. Go ahead.
All right. Yep, that's perfect. I don't hear it now. So what was that, huh? Oh, wait, no. There it goes. There goes the echo. It just took a second to kick in. Seems like it delayed it like another second or two. All right, either way, let's get into your stock picks. I need the comment section, Joey. There we go. Let's do power hour. Let me empty this watch list. All right. See here. LESC. Now we got a lot of stocks coming in already. SC. Nope, that's not. Or IESC, sorry. I should know that one. PLTR. SMGO. No, we don't have SMGO. Pepe. Nope, we don't have that one. Mara. And Pepe is a crypto coin, by the way. Nope. TSM. W. Target. XLM. All right, yeah, that's a good one. MicroStrategy as well. Let's see here. Let's see here. SMCI so far. TML. And obviously we're going to address the big one, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. NVIDIA. So let's go ahead and put that one in there. I joked around with Joey this morning. I said, we're only taking one stock today. NVIDIA. Let's start off with 10. See where we get from there, all right? Because it's, what, 11:36 here. The alert looks like, yeah, it looks like we've got quite a few people in the room right now. So the alert definitely hit. Let's scroll this back. Look at this. At the top of the list, NVIDIA is not the king in the database. It may be the king of AI, but it's not the king in the VectorVest database. You can see IES Holdings. Look at this. VST. That's how these are ranked. Overall value, safety, and timing. So if this is your first time watching one of these VectorVest videos, you see the indicators over here? 0 to 2 scale. RV, RS, these are our fundamental indicators. So if you see ratings above 1, favorable fundamentals. If you see ratings below 1, not so favorable, right? The further you get away from 1, the oscillation point of 1 speaks to the magnitude of that favor. Now, RV looks at long-term price appreciation potential compared to a AAA corporate bond. So if you're a long-term investor, obviously more conservative, things of that nature, definitely want to look at RV. If you're a fundamental investor, great indicator to assess a position with. Now, RS, relative safety, just what it sounds like. Indicator of risk. Looks at things of company's longevity, right? Consistency of the company's financial performance. So, these are going to be your fundamental indicators. So if you focus on fundamentals, these are the indicators you're going to weigh more heavily on. If you're going to be more of a trader looking for momentum, RT, that's our technical indicator. Looks at the short-term price trend. Is the short-term price trend up? Is it down? How strong is it? What's the magnitude? That's what it's telling us. So IES Holdings 1.71. I know the stock is trending up, strong uptrend, probably close to a parabolic move to the upside if I had to guess. And then these three combined equal VST, overall value, safety, and timing. Just to the right of that, we have CI. This is also our technical indicator. I almost look at this as like a safety technical indicator. How safe is a stock based on its technicals? Does it go up more than it likes to go down? That's what CI is telling me. So a stock that has a CI above 1 likes to go up more than it goes down. A stock with a CI that has a CI below 1, like this one here, super micro. These are dangerous to bottom fish on. I know SMCI, probably not the best example because it's got a lot of news around it. But if you're bottom fishing or trying to buy a dip, well, I don't want to buy a dip and the stock keep dipping. And that's why I love CI, because it tells me, hey, is this a dip that's safe to buy, essentially. So that's why I like CI, very powerful indicator. We have forecasted data, dividend analysis, a lot of other indicators here. I don't want to overwhelm you with that. You can see I got the sales growth rate, earnings growth rate here. Vital indicators to have. to assess a stock and really if it's a great buy or if it's a great sell, or if it's something you should be selling, get it out of your portfolio. Now, if whether you're new or you've been watching this channel for a while or a subscriber, if you don't know the definitions of the indicators, or if you want to get more familiar with them, you can always right click on a stock. Right click on any stock in the database. You go to view full stock analysis report. Let's see here for us. And it'll bring you to this right here. It'll just give you all the definitions so that way you get a better understanding of the indicators. But this is what I want to show you. If you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, just go to vectorvest.com/FSA, free stock analysis, right? Brings you to this page right here. You just enter your email and enter stock symbol. You can get a breakdown. So if you got stocks that you're interested in, or if you're not a subscriber and you just want to see how well our indicators match up with, some of the stocks in your portfolio, things of that nature, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's free. I think you do up to 3 a day and 5 total. So check it out. See here, I'm going to close out of this. And I always tell people, especially when I was working on the phones, even if you've been using the program for a long time, print one of these out. You'd be surprised the definitions. You may be looking at an indicator and it might not mean what you think it means. Like relative value, a lot of people think that's, similar to the valuation, the VectorVest, what we value the company to be. And that's actually going to be the last item I talk about before we go into the charts. You see the valuation here, 429, right? Price action, 259. In our opinion, we feel like you are currently getting a deal. This is not a price projection, a 12-month forecasted price kind of thing. No, this is just what we currently feel the stock is worth. We're not going off a hype. I know like AI stocks, for example, a lot of those tend to be overvalued right now just because investors are willing to pay a premium for it. We're not saying that's bad. We do favor undervalued positions, but we do see the potential in overvalued stocks. And that's why when you see the rating here, the buy, hold, or sell rating, we don't take the valuation into consideration when we put that rating out because we do understand that sometimes investors are willing to pay a premium, right? You can see that with, let's see here. Yeah. Well, NVIDIA is actually undervalued at 152. So great deal here. A lot of these stocks here, SoFi, this one greatly overvalued. See, it's trading at $14.58. We currently value stock at $7.20. It's not saying it's a bad stock. I mean, look, sales growth rate, positive double digits, earnings and growth rate. Just saying that investors are willing to pay a premium for it, right? So let's take a look at these graphs. Let's see, we got about 15 minutes left. So we do have the Tampa 2-day sneak peek here. Let me bring this over. Here we are. We've got IASC holdings over the last year. Let me pull this out. There we go. Make that a little better here. All right. Now this beautiful chart, lower left, upper right, over the last 12 months. A little bit of dips here and there, right? But every time the stock takes a dip, it continues to grow. And that's why it had such a high CI rating. VST, RT, great ratings as well. Technicals, right? All in our favor, the price action. The stock is doing what we want it to do. You see it's a down day today. Not going to be a buyer today. If I zoom into 6 months, probably why someone asked, that is a bearish engulfing candlestick. As far as you really just want to see if there's confirmation come tomorrow. But that is not a good indication of this at all. See, it's in the building space. Hot space to be in. I have to look and see what the news here. Imagine it's pretty news driven. You see there was a gap up and all that was given away. Currently trading at 258. But other than that, look, RT still above 1. The trend is still in our favor. EPS, earnings per share, on the rise as well. This is forecasted earnings per share, by the way. This is not what you're going to see in your brokerage. It's a 12-month leading forecast. Gives you a sense of the future, right? But it is on the rise, so I do like this. So the stock looks good overall, just a down day today. Now we do have our stop price, STOP, and that's going to be the determining factor when we give our sell rating. If the price of the stock were to drop below that stop price, the sell rating would be given. Now you can see our stop price, our hard line in the sand, it's going to be at $220. It's about $40 away from it right now. And just on over $200 stock, you're looking at about 20% or so, 15-20%, somewhere in there, rough math. So pretty decent stop. You see consolidation right at that level as well. So yeah, I would look at that. Now to break down our stop price, it's the same calculation for every stock in the database. 13-week moving average, so it's a technical, mixed with the fundamentals, because we will either tighten up that moving average or loosen it up depending on the company's fundamentals. For example, Apple, strong fundamentals, right? So we'll loosen it up, that 13-week moving average, to give the stock more wiggle room to grow. More speculative stocks, or stocks with poor fundamentals, that 13-week moving average will actually tighten it up a little bit. So that way, you get out of the position a little quicker, right? So, safer stocks typically going to give you a little bit more room to run. Great indicator to have. It's a mix between fundamental and technical analysis. But you can see here with the stock, buy ratings, for the most part, over the last 6 months, you do see sales flashing here. You see, right? Sell, sell. On each of those pullbacks. But shortly after the sell rating, it transitions into hold. And then if the stock comes back, hey. But again, we always say put your own stops in place, because everyone has their own agenda, whether it's a long-term investment or a trade or even your own risk tolerance. Some people don't want to risk. I see our stop, like I said, is close to, 20%, sorry, away. Some people might not be comfortable with that, especially if you bought it, and that's another thing. Everyone bought a different price. So it's kind of a rating, if you see a buy stop, really just saying, hey, the company, it's trending up, it's diverging away from the stop price. RT's got to be above 1. VST, therefore, the combination of value, safety, and timing has to be in, positive territory. So either, you're going to find great stocks with, great fundamentals, great technicals, or I will be honest, sometimes you'll see a high flying stock with a really high RT, maybe not the greatest fundamentals appear in the list. So, just keep an eye out for that. But does a great job just bringing stocks to the top of the list, and that's VST, our value, safety, and timing. That's our master indicator. Now, we go down the stocks here. We got NVIDIA. You see, I've been doing before. We had a breakout. We had some consolidation here, breakout to the upside. Look at earnings per share, still on the rise. If I take a look at value, this green line here, still on the rise. We value the stock at $152. And I'm kind of surprised that NVIDIA is not trading at a higher premium than that. And the reason why is because if you guys watch my videos, a lot of people, but I know we have a lot of new people in this video, we don't have necessarily, the easiest valuation metrics. It's pretty stringent. A lot of the stocks tend to be overvalued. NVIDIA is not. It's a great stock. Earnings per share is on the rise. RT's on the rise. I know earnings is tonight. It's going to be a crapshoot. Just be careful if you're holding it. Let's see. If you are holding it, you have at least 100 shares. Selling a call, out of the money, collecting some of this high premium, probably not a bad idea. Wow, this is some large print, Ryan. I could see those from across the street. If you have stock and say sell, yes, it's in the green. Do you sell or keep as it raises again? If you have a stock and say sell, yeah, it's in the green. Do you still sell or keep? Like I said, Deborah, and still earns income. It depends on the strategy. If, for example, if you've been holding Apple for the last 5-10 years or a couple years, or some of these big names, just because VectorVest gives it a sell rating now, doesn't mean necessarily sell it. It's just saying the stock is pulling back. Ultimately, it is your own decision, and depending what your objective is. Now let's see here. But yeah, Nvidia, I like Nvidia. I mean, everybody likes Nvidia. SoFi, this thing has been rocking and rolling. I did a video on this, ages ago, almost a year ago, I feel like. And it wasn't really doing a whole lot. If I go to a year, you could see somewhere like maybe back in here towards the beginning of the year. But yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot. It was right before this big jump. Oh, you know what? I think it was when it broke this trend line. Broke the trend line, came back down. Did a whole lot of nothing. But I like SoFi. It is an industry disruptor. It is in the fintech space. Very forward thinking, very futuristic company. I know it's a growth company. The valuation, though, that's my one concern. Look at it. It is flat. So just know you are paying a premium right now. I do not like this upper wick. If you are in it, I'd use something like maybe Star Search, Bollinger Bands, maybe some EMAs, something quick, a trailing stop, something to help capture existing profits. Because, the stock was $8 not too long ago. Now it's 14. Just as quick as it can go up, it can go down. But RT still in our favor. And look at this. RT's at 1.94. The scale is 0 to 2, right? It's a pretty parabolic move, as what I'm getting to. Usually with anything with an RT above like 1.8, a little bit more cautious about, right? Not saying it can't keep going up, but it's had a big move, and it's probably been a pretty quick move, so it can be volatile in nature. But this great company, I think it's just a little, it's stretched right now in the valuation, as you can clearly tell. But if you draw a trend line, I mean, there's your trend line right there. So right now, my stop would probably be closer to, 13, about $13, getting close to it. But I would use Star Search, because on these stock analysis power hour videos, we try to keep it a little bit more, basic in nature. Here's MicroStrategy. Look at the valuation. Woo, that's interesting, because the valuation here has always been very low. You see, it was $13. Now look at it, $195. Woo, that's something interesting. I like it. And you can see it just jumping up again today with Bitcoin. I did see where they just made like a huge investment in Bitcoin once again, like the biggest one since like the COVID era, since 2020. But I like this. Bitcoin's hot right now. If you've seen my videos, I'm pretty pro Bitcoin in general. Just be careful. Trade on the technicals, because is it really worth anything? That's up in the air. That's speculation, right? All right. Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM. You can see the pullback here, but the pullback, honestly, Taiwan Semiconductor, this pullback, not the worst idea, because I see it's undervalued finally. See how it was overvalued for quite some time. Now, when I do see overvalued stocks, right? Because, I was telling you, we don't use the buy rating for the overvalue. If I see value on the rise, see values rising, price actions on the rise steadily as well. If I see that, I'm a little bit less cautious. Get a little bit more optimism, right? But this right here, this created an undervalued buying opportunity. I kind of like this opportunity, really. RT relative timing still remaining above 1. Keep an eye on that. See what it does. But if RT were to drop below 1, that's definitely going to be a warning sign, of this current most recent uptrend here. But our stop, $172. So we're really not that far away from our stop price. So our sell recommendation, you can see it's kind of flat. It's been around that 170 mark. Earnings per share is, look at that. That thing is rocking and rolling. Woo! I like it. Mukesh, insights on coin. I love coin. I kind of refer it as like it's the New York Stock Exchange of crypto. They're actually coming out with their own crypto index, the Coin 50. So I look at it, I mean, it's an exchange of crypto. So as long as you're bullish on crypto, and as long as Bitcoin is bringing momentum to the crypto space, along with that, it's going to be coin, it's going to be hood, it's going to be some of these crypto mining companies. But as long it all follows Bitcoin, But here we got Taiwan Semi. I love it. I mean, they are going to get caught in the crosshairs of the tariff war. We'll see how that goes with Trump next year, Taiwan. But their manufacturing plants, Arizona, should be coming online soon. It's been a couple years. They've got a couple plants here in the U.S. I like Taiwan Semi. I like it. I like this pullback. I'd almost be a buyer of that pullback here. Palantir, this thing's rocking and rolling ever since this gap up here, and that was going to be on its earnings. You see it. You see it. Whoo. But look at the valuation. I know this is Glenn's baby. I know this is Glenn's favorite stock. I love Palantir too, but I'm just asking myself, why isn't the valuation rising? Why isn't it rising? So, we'll take a look at it. But again, this thing is high flying. I'm going to use something like a Bollinger Bands, trailing stop, something to help capture profits. Because if it's at 60, and if it drops below 60, that would almost be, at least start taking some off the top. I know Glenn was talking about this back in the teens. We started really putting this on our radar. Yeah, around 58. If it drops below 58, but I know you're all gonna listen to Glenn on this. This is his baby, but I would look at that because if it drops much below 58, 48, I'm gonna see some weakness. We got a gap to fill, so just be careful there. All right, we've got trade web market. That's actually really nice. Lower left, upper right. Valuation, nice lower left, upper right as well. Earnings per share on the rise. RT. This is awesome. TW. Beautiful. It's probably not gonna be a trader's dream. $90 to 130, up 30%. Roughly over the last 12 months. But just like a nice steady rise stock to have in your portfolio. Those are always good to have, right? This is one. Whoever put in TW, thank you for this. Glenn sold Palantir. Did he, Rod? I don't know. Don't be starting rumors now. I don't know if he sold it or not. Stay tuned. Joey, do you know?
No.
Joey says he does not know. So, I don't know. Unless he did in the jockey club. We'll see. All right, we got SMCI. Ooh, come on now. We already know this is a speculative play. If you bought in the low 20s, this thing is so volatile. It could go back to those lows here. It's all going to be news based. But if you got into the low 20s, Glenn told us he did. Yes, he did. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Big news. Glenn sold his Palantir. That's what I see that little bit of rollover there. So, and I know it's up over 100%. But SMCI, we got the gap up yesterday. They got a new accounting firm. I don't know. There's so much. This is just speculative. Just don't get attached to it and get ready for volatility if you're getting into it. You already know why it's speculative. All right, let's go to the next one here because we only got a couple minutes. It's 11:57. We're actually about to shut it down here in just a second because it's going to be the Tampa 2-day sneak peek with the education team. All right, SMCI, dog with fleas, right? Dog with fleas. Here we got Mara Digital. I've said it before. Look at this. This is over the last year. If you pull up a chart of Bitcoin, if you pull up a chart of Mara, I'm going to like the chart of Bitcoin better. I don't like the miners. I'm much more on the band of Bitcoin ETFs, or just, own the crypto itself. Here we got Target Corp dropped. Target, I'm not surprised. Hey, I'm holding TJX in the afternoon market action live stream. If you're new, we do a live stream. Me and my partner, Glenn, I'm holding TJ Maxx because you heard what they said in the earnings. Their high-end customer went to Walmart. Walmart's hitting all-time highs. And actually, we're going to put on Walmart in this chart. Forget out. We got a minute or two. But yeah, Target, it's this is a 20-year bull bear. That's a lot of momentum to the downside. I can't get there yet. But we're going to pull up Walmart real quick before we got to go. Look at that. Hitting all-time highs. Walmart. Let's pull up TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx, all really close to an all-time high, just above it. But yeah, I got TJ Maxx in my portfolio for afternoon market action. It's not really doing anything, but I can't get behind Target. I think as long as inflation is high, we've got tariffs next year coming. That's gonna put pressure on prices. I don't think the damage is done when it comes to Target. I think they're going to have to restructure, maybe go after, more affordable items, things of that nature. We'll see. But it's 11:59. Joey, take us out of here. Great session, great power hour. You guys enjoy the Tampa 2-day sneak peek. See ya.